Good morning, students. So today we are discussing about ninth class biology continuation, the soil pollution. Now, soil pollution is nothing but land pollution. But how the land pollution or soil pollution is causes? So there may be many ways by which land will be polluted or land pollution is occurred. Some soils are commonly used as dumps for household and industrial waste. So usually we should throw the whatever garbage which is formed in our houses and industries on the land, so that these waste should be pollute the soil. And in many intentionally farmed areas, leaching of nutrients from manure or inorganic fertilizers and effluents from processing plants may lead to high level of nitrate and other chemicals in groundwater. So due to atmospheric deposition, so soil gets contaminated significantly. So soil pollution can be classified into the following categories. So mainly the soil pollution is caused by these three ways. Soil pollution is occurred by these three ways. Soil pollution is nothing but land pollution. So when you take about the first point, how the soil pollution or uh, land pollution is occurred, the first one, agriculture soil pollution. So agriculture soil pollution means here whatever we used the utensils and other chemical fertilizers, tins, covers, and chemicals we should throw into a land. So these can they won't decompose in the soil, they remain in that soil only, so that they may cause the soil pollution. Mainly, so agricultural products mainly cause the agriculture is nothing but here agriculture instruments is nothing but here mainly what insecticides, pesticides, these chemicals which when we spray indiscriminately on the crop, so they may cause to the soil pollution. So whenever we use indiscriminately that insecticides, pesticides, bactericides, weedicides, these chemicals when they're over in the soil, they may lead to the soil pollution or land pollution. Next here, another way to cause the soil pollution or land pollution, industrial effluents. So mainly nowadays what's happened, industrialization is more, so that whatever industries like mercury industries, silver, like that number of industries are there. So fertilizers, preparatory industries, alcohol, beverages industries, these industries they release the harmful chemicals into the soil, so that whatever the effluents released by the industries, so these effluents are released into the soil, then soil pollution should be occurred. So that here, third one, pollution due to urban activities. It is most important nowadays what's happening due to urbanization. Due to urbanization means here what happen, increasing the that agriculture land into domestication. So here what's happening, all the agricultural land is converting into domestic, means what, house construction purposes, building purposes, and industries purposes. So that here what's happening, mainly in urban, because of more population in urban, so that they may release into the mainly the sewage water. So this sewage water finally arrive to the soil, and so that soil will be polluted. So soil pollution is caused by the presence of man-made chemicals or natural, in which natural. So that here mainly uh, the above type of pollutions may be occurred by the two ways, either by the man-made or natural. So సాయిల్ పొల్యూషన్ అనేది మనకు జనరల్గా అబోవ్ 3 రీజన్స్ ఉండొచ్చు, కానీ మెయిన్గా మనకి ఈ 3 రీజన్స్ మళ్ళీ జనరల్గా ఏ విధంగా జరుగుతుండొచ్చు, మెయిన్గా జనరల్గా చెప్పవచ్చు అంటే మెయిన్గా టూ వేస్గా. ఒకటేమో మ్యాన్ మేడ్, రెండోదేమో న్యాచురల్గా. సో నౌ లెట్ us డిస్కస్ అబౌట్ వాట్ ఈస్ ది mainly man-made. So man-made causes mainly using indiscriminately pesticides and mainly and percolation of contaminated surface water to surface strata, oil and fuel dumping, leaching of waste from landfills, direct discharge of industrial waste to the soil. The most common chemicals involved are petroleum, hydrocarbons, solvents, pesticides, lead, and other heavy metals. The intensity of pollution correlates with the degree of industrialization and the intensities of chemical usage. So when the soil pollution is mainly by the man-made, so man nowadays to getting more crop indiscriminately using the pesticides and other chemicals, and also releasing waste directly from the industries. So whenever if the waste are released directly into the land, so because of they are the poisonous waste material, they may damage the, they may cause the pollution of the soil. So indirectly industries should be releases the waste into the land, but this is not following the those who are constructing, those are establishing industries. So industries, because of they are releasing directly their waste, their effluents into the soil, so these effluents are most poisonous, so that they may cause the soil pollution. So nowadays what's happening, to getting more crop, to get more crop, farmers are using more pesticides. After that what happened, these pesticides they may cause the soil pollution. So in one way they getting good crop, but another way it leads to pollute the soil. So and also other chemicals, lead, it is also dangerous chemical which pollute the soil. So mainly industrialization and indiscriminately using of chemical usage should cause the soil pollution. Next, a soil pollutant is any factor which deteriorates the quality, texture, mineral content of the soil. So pollutant may be either it is the quality, it causes the quality, texture and mineral content of the soil. సో ఏ పొల్యూటెంట్ అయినా సరే, అంటే ఇండస్ట్రీలో వచ్చేటటువంటి పొల్యూటెంట్ అయినా సరే, పెస్టిసైడ్స్ యూజ్ చేయడం ద్వారా వచ్చేటటువంటి పొల్యూటెంట్స్ అయినా సరే, లెడ్ అయినా సరే, నికెల్ అయినా సరే, ఓర్ ఈ కెమికల్స్, సో దీస్ కెమికల్స్ మెయిన్లీ దే మే డిక్రీజెస్ ద క్వాలిటీ, క్వాంటిటీ, టెక్స్చర్, కలర్ ఆఫ్ ది soil, and also decreases the mineral percentage in the soil, mainly decreases the mineral percentage of the soil. And so pollution soil associated with mainly how can the soil will be polluted, mainly it association with mainly uh, indiscriminate use of fertilizers. Just now I said indiscriminately means unnecessarily, overusing. So using of unnecessarily and um, indiscriminately leads to spraying of adding of fertilizer to the soil leads to pollution. Next, indiscriminate use of pesticides, this is also. So fertilizer, not only fertilizers but also pesticides by using indiscriminately, unnecessarily leads to soil pollution. So like that, insecticides, herbicides. Next, dumping of large quantities of solid waste. So for example, in our houses, polythene bags and cool drinks bottles we may throw into the soil. What happens, they cannot dissolve, they won't be degrade, they won't be dissolve. So that what's happening, because of them, even though they cannot degrade and even though they do not break down, but also they may cause the soil pollution. So more large quantities of solid waste, and also mainly deforestation and soil erosion. So this definition you must keep in your mind. Why? Because in examination level also very important. Deforestation means cutting of trees. So nowadays for household purposes, for windows, doors and interior decoration purposes, many members indiscriminately cutting the trees. So if the cutting of trees is takes place, what's happen, soil will be loosened, so it leads to soil erosion. So you know that if wherever a tree is there, in that surrounding soil will be firmly attached, Whenever we remove the tree, soil will be loosened. Whenever the strong wind comes, the soil will be eroded. So what happen here? Soil erosion. Soil erosion is nothing but losing of topmost layer due to several activities like removing of trees. So this is called soil erosion. So both are leads to soil pollution. The first one here, they give an indiscriminate use of fertilizers. Indiscriminate means unnecessary, overusing, over. So soil nutrients are most important for the plant growth. So for the plant growth, already previous we studied in improving agriculture productivity. So soil nutrients are most important, like we studied in previous chapter improving agriculture productivity. In that lesson we studied NPK means macronutrients. So here, but these nutrients, what's happen, plants obtain carbon, hydrogen, oxygen from air and water, but the necessary nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, magnesium, sulfur must be obtained from the soil. Farmers generally use fertilizers to correct the soil deficiencies. So generally, for the plant's growth development, these nutrients are more required. These. So but here what's happening, fertilizers are contaminate the soil with impurities which come from the raw materials used for their manufacture. Mixed fertilizers often containing nitrogen as ammonium nitrate. So this is most dangerous. Why? Because if it combined with a compound ammonium nitrate, phosphorus penta phosphorus pen, diphosphorus pentaoxide, potassium as K2O. For these are very similarly what cadmium, lead. These are very dangerous to the uh, very dangerous if they are present in the soil. So that here rock phosphate mineral get transferred to superphosphate fertilizer. Since the metals are not degrade, their accumulation in the soil above their toxic levels uh, due to the soil due to excessive use of phosphate fertilizers becomes an indestructible poison for crops. Indestructible, indestructible. So instead of using the plants, they cannot use this. Why? Because over adding. So that over adding of chemicals very dangerous to the plants soil. So over usage of NPK means already previous class we discussed nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus. Nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, these three overusing. So sufficient using, nothing will happen, but overusing, what's happen, it is problematic to it pollute the soil. This is so reduce the vegetable crops grown on soil over the years. It also reduces the protein content of wheat. Whenever we use NPK is more content, so what happens, the crop product will be reduced regarding to the wheat, maize, pulses. So the carbohydrate quality of such crops also get degraded. Called carbohydrates, proteins, nutrients, total all will be reduced when we use more and NPK, and decreases the vitamin C and also carotene content in vegetables and fruits. So the vegetables and fruits grown on over fertilized soil are more prone to attack by insects and diseases. So when we use more NPK to the crop, the fruit plants and vegetables, instead of their more yielding, they may reduce the crop and also nutrient content will be reduced. So indiscriminate use of pesticides. Next, let us discuss about second point, indiscriminate uses of pesticides, insecticides, herbicides. Let us know that pesticides which kills the pest, insecticides which kills the insects, herbicides which kills the waste plants in the crop plants. So these when we have to use but appropriate manner, but overusing indiscriminately means here overusing is dangerous too, along with crop as well as the plant which grown in that soil also polluted. Both will be polluted when the over using of these pesticides and insecticides and herbicides. So we depend on plants for various purposes, but they are under constant attack from insects, fungi, bacteria, viruses, rodents and the other animals. Must compete with the weeds for nutrients. To kill unwanted population living in or in their crops, farmers use pesticides. So why the farmers using, you know, that to kill the pest, insects, bacteria, fungi, viruses, rodents and these. But the first widespread use of insecticide is begun at the World War II. So main insecticide which was used at the time of Second World War, that is DDT. This is most important in examination level. DDT. So DDT means what? Dichloro diphenyl trichloroethane. So this is, you have to, the first insecticide which is used in during Second World War, DDT. DDT means what? Dichloro diphenyl trichloroethane. And also nowadays we are not using for to kill the insects like ants, that is gamagine. So gamagine also using to kill insects. So but these when you use more, what happen, soil will be along with crop reduction, but also crop will be reduced. So since DDT is soluble in fat rather than water, so the DDT, diphenyl trichloroethane, is usually dissolved in the fat but not in water. So it biomagnified up in the food chain and disturbed the calcium metabolism in birds and causing egg cells to be thin and fragile. So what's happening here? Whenever if these DDT is over in the mainly in the food chain, for example in the plants DDT is more, these plants were taken by the insects, birds. So what happen in birds, what happen when the over DDT, it reduces the calcium percentage. When the calcium percentage reduces, what's happen, mainly egg laying birds, the egg cell, the thick egg cell is thin and it will be fragile, it will be break easily, unable to give birth to young ones, give from the chicks from the egg. So that as a result, large birds of prey such as the brown pelican, ospreys, falcons and the eagles become endangered because of unable to lay their cells, unable to, they may develop the cells or egg, they may reduce their population, mainly brown pelican. And here they given brown pelican and ospreys, falcon and eagles become endangered. So DDT is now banned in most of the western countries. Ironically, many of them including United States of America still produce DDT for export to other developing nations whose need to outweigh the problem is caused by it. So whenever need must and should, then only it will be supplied. So besides DDT and other most important pesticides are BHC. BHC means benzene hexachloride. Benzene hexachloride. This is also very dangerous, and along with BHC, chlorinated dihydrocarbons, organophosphates, aldrin, malathion, dialdrin and furan. So these are the most dangerous chemicals, pesticides, insecticides and other chemicals which leads to the soil pollution, these chemicals. So the remnants of such pesticides used in on pest may get absorbed by the soil particles, which then contaminated crops grown in that soil. So the consumption of such crops cause the pesticides remain to enter human biological system, affecting them adversely. So whenever these chemicals are entered into the plants, these plants were eaten by the animals. So in animal, what happens, systems may be unable to work. Why? Because these chemicals lead to improper functioning of systems. So pesticides not only have a toxic effect on human and animals, but also decreases the fertility of the soil. So when we use these uh, whatever chemicals that we seen above, those not only cause on human animals but also decrease the fertility of the soil యొక్క ఫర్టిలిటీని సాయిల్ యొక్క హ్యూమస్ కెపాసిటీని తగ్గించడం అనేది జరుగుతుంది. సో సమ్ ఆఫ్ ది పెస్టిసైడ్స్ ఆర్ క్వైట్ స్టేబుల్ అండ్ దేర్ బయోడిగ్రేడేషన్ మే take weeks and even months. They are will be very pesticides are quite stable. Okay, so next, biomagnification. This is most important word, biomagnification. So magnifying the nutrients necessary for plant growth, that is NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium, are found at very low concentration in most natural water. So in order to obtain sufficient quantities for the growth, planktons must collect these chemical elements from a relatively large volume of water. In the process of collecting nutrients, phytoplankton also collect the certain human-made chemicals such as some persistent pesticides. They may present in the water and at very low concentration that they cannot be measured even the very sensitive instrument. The chemicals, however, biologically accumulate in the organism and become concentrated at level that are much higher in the living cells than in the open water. This is especially true for persistent chemicals, substances that do not break down readily in the environment, like DDT, BHC, that are stored in fatty tissues. So about these words, and the small fish and zooplankton eat a vast quantity of phytoplankton. In doing so, any toxic chemical accumulated by the phytoplankton are further concentrated in the bodies of the animals that eat them. This is repeated at each step in the food chain. This process of increasing concentration through the food chain is known as biomagnification. So very simple. For example, DDT in given said the phytoplankton, in water it is 2% is there. When water is consumed by the plant, the DDT is 2% is increased by the 4. The plant is eaten by the zooplankton, in which 8% is this baby zooplankton is eaten by the big animal, so in which what happens 16. Here what's happening, the DDT chemical percentage is doubling, increasing. So increasing of these concentration of these chemicals harmful to the in the society. So that here what's happening, this is biomagnification, rectifying the numbers are representative values of the concentration of DDT and its derivations. So here producers are the plants, primary consumers, secondary consumers and tertiary consumers. When you take 0.4 ppm in the plants, the grasshoppers eaten those plants, it will be doubled, that is 23 parts per minutes and 2.7. and here you can see this picture clearly. Here what's happening in plants, usually here 0.04 ppm is there. When the grasshoppers eaten these plants, it is rectifying the 0.23 point, here 2.2 7 ppm and here 13. Here what's happening in a food chain from producers to consumers, the quantity of DDT harmful chemicals are increasing. It leads to disturb the activities in the organisms. Next here, dumping of solid waste. So whatever industries released the waste, solid waste, the overflowing and the stretch raging from the dustbin is familiar sights, smells of a crowded city. You look in some other directions and hold your nose as you cross it. Since the beginning of mankind has been generated waste from the bones and other parts of animals they slaughter for their food, and the wood they cut to make their carts. With the progressing of civilization, the waste generated became a more complex issue. So over increasing population, what's happening? Increasing of the solid waste. At the end of the 19th century, because of the industrial revolution, there is a rise of the world of consumers. Not only did the air get more and more polluted, but also the earth polluted with the generation of the non-biodegradable solid waste. So while increasing the population in the same way, but non-biodegradable pollutants also increases. The increasing the population, urbanization, industry are largely responsible for this increasing the solid waste, mainly increasing of the. So later we discuss about